and it's not the way to be productive, and it's not the way to generate. And that goes to law enforcement, Sheriff. I'm sure you've got deputies or had deputies who have to make a decision with a lawyer on this shoulder and a lawyer on that shoulder going back and forth. And loser pays would be the single best. But I'll even take loser pays at the discretion of the judge. I don't have to win the whole cabana. Just introduce a little bit of doubt, and the trial lawyers will retreat en masse from their worst excesses.
Another Constitution question, and it's bothered me for a long time. The U.S. Supreme Court said that laws banning flag desecration were unconstitutional. If Congress controls the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, and I would guess by inference lower courts, couldn't Congress, with a simple majority vote, say that the Supreme Court could not hear appellate court decisions on the constitutionality of state laws banning flag desecration?
I want to, before Paul walks into that one, at least set the table. It's profoundly complicated, ex parte McCardle and all these decisions about when appellate jurisdiction can be decided. But I, as a constitutionalist and originalist, I would be very cautious about that, because then you're turning over to majorities everywhere the right to defend your civil rights. And so what if they'd included an Obamacare ruling, jurisdictional determination? We wouldn't have all these states bringing Obamacare challenges everywhere else. So once you give the majority the right to control access, not cost, but access, you're asking a left-wing majority to control our ability to go in to exonerate our rights. So I'm not a big fan of that, and I believe the court has also said fairly emphatically they will not be controlled. That having been said, on a number of cases it's been tried before, especially with regards to habeas petitions, and especially with regards to Miranda and things like that.
I'd have to advocate for the professor.
Paul, we have a tax and accounting practice, and I am opposed to amnesty adamantly, as I know you are. What will you do with all of those people in the country illegally? And what we will see if they are granted a path to citizenship, even if there are restrictions, is you're going to have a bunch of people who are eligible for the earned income credit, child tax credit, pay no federal income tax. What they pay will come back to them. And in those states that have a state income tax, they get most of that back. Plus, they're eligible for social services. What's your solution to dealing with those people in the country now illegally?
Well, it's the same analogy that I've used in a lot of things, is that this issue has been built over time, and you're not going to take care of it all at one pass. It's kind of like an onion. You don't know if you have a sweet onion or a sour onion until you start unfolding the outside edge. Look at the impact that we've already had in 1070. Seriously. We've had a number of people go home, we've had a number of people leave. So let's start there. Let's enforce our laws, okay? That's number one. Number two is, let's look at the Birthright Citizenship Act. And I don't know about you, but I'm tired of rewarding bad behavior, okay? You know, we've done it with the banks, we've done it with Wall Street, we've done it with Chrysler, we've done it with the unions. I'm tired of it. Why is there an 18-year backup in becoming a citizen the right way? That's where I want to go next. I want to go back and see why it is that we're not rewarding those people, because I keep hearing these horror stories about what we've impeded people to do, what we have not allowed them to do, these background checks, and yet we're not going to uniformly adjudicate that across the country. I want to put the focus on that. And then I also want to audit. What a perfect time. I'm a small businessman. When you don't have money, great time for audits. Accountability and personal responsibility. I want Federal Reserve. I want it all. I want all social services, accounting, audit. Where is the money going? They claim that there's all the fat's been taken out. Prove it. Show it to me. I want to see that. But that's where we have to start, is defining those loopholes, get rid of the loopholes slowly but surely, and then see what we've got with that definition. I'm not here for amnesty. We reward good behavior. And I think one of my opponents, Dr. Steve Mehta, says it right. We came over here on an educational visa. It expired. We had to leave the country. And we got back in line.